Okay, this is a short introduction to something called a fixed index annuity. A fixed index annuity, and this is one type of annuity. And if you are not familiar with annuities, I recommend you watch the video that I made, which is a general introduction to annuities. So fixed index annuities are one type of annuities. And as a very quick review of what an annuity is, it is an agreement that you get into with an insurance company. So it's a financial agreement with an insurance company where you give them some money, and in the future they will give you some money back plus something on top, a little something on top. So that is, in essence, that is what an annuity is, and there's many different types of annuities, and it's important to be aware of which annuity before you invest in everything, and to make sure you do your homework. So that being said, this video is going to cover fixed index annuities, one type of many annuities, and the reason I am doing a video on this particular type of annuity is for a couple of reasons. One, it is relatively new. It's only been around for about 20 or so years, so there's not a whole lot of stuff out there about fixed index annuities. And two, the other reason, the primary reason, is because they are becoming more and more popular. And so I have a feeling we will hear more and more about them, and it's good to be educated and aware of and know what you're getting into. So that being said, you probably have a couple questions. One, what is a fixed index annuity, and why is it becoming popular? So let's start with why. Why on earth would anyone invest in a fixed index annuity? So a couple things to be aware of is that with a fixed index annuity, you have 100% principal protection. You have 100% of your principal is protected. So what is principal? Well, principal is the amount of money that you initially put in. So if, let's say over here, you open a fixed index annuity and you give the insurance company $1,000. $1,000 is your principal, and that principal is guaranteed by the insurance company to be there. It will not go down. And that leads us to the second big pro is that your account, your fixed index annuity, can only go up. It will not go down. And you may be saying, well, that sounds like that's a bond or maybe money market fund, and what's the big deal? Well, so let me elaborate a little bit, and before we continue with some of the pros, let me just talk a little bit about, well, what is it? What is a fixed index annuity? And essentially, a fixed index annuity is a type of annuity where you fix, where you link, where you attach the amount of money that you put into a specific index. So some very well-known indexes are the S&P 500, which follows the broad general trends of the stock market. A very different index might be something called a gold index, which would track the value or the price of gold. So let's say you feel good about gold. Hypothetically, you like gold. You think gold is going to go up over the next couple years or whatever. So you get a fixed index annuity, and you say, "Hey, Mr. Insurance Company or Mrs. Insurance Company, in this fixed index annuity that I have, I want it to be fixed. I want it to be attached, linked to a gold index." And they say, well, okay, here's a gold index, and okay, we're going to attach it. And you say, great. And what happens is, let's say, gold goes up, it's doing well, you're feeling good, and then gold goes down, something happens, and people don't want gold for whatever reason, and then it maybe goes up a little bit, and it just kind of goes nowhere for a while. So your account, let me change colors here. Okay, so your account, So let's say hypothetically you put in $1,000. There's $1,000. So at the beginning you have linked your account to gold, and as the price of gold goes up, because you fixed your annuity to gold, a gold index, the amount of money that you have will also go up, and it may not go up as much as fast, and I'll explain why later. But so as gold goes up, so too does your index. Or sorry, the value of your annuity, how much money you have. And let's say you get to this point where the gold price peaks, it reaches a peak. And let's say at that point you now have 1,100. You've made $100. Then what happens if the price goes down? Well, you know already that it's not going to go down. Your annuity is not going to go down, and this becomes your new principal. You now have $1,100 protected. And so as the price of gold goes down, your balance just stays the same. It's just a flat line like that. And then when the price of gold goes up again, assuming you are still linked to that, the amount of money you have in there will also go up. And then when it goes down again, it will stay flat, and so on. Okay, so that's in general a fixed index annuity, so let's go back and just go back to the pros and elaborate a little bit on some of the benefits, the reasons why people are attracted to fixed index annuities. So another reason is that a fixed index annuity is tax deferred, which means you defer. You do not have to pay your taxes until you take out the money, until you sort of cash in the fixed index annuity. So it is tax deferred, and tax deferral is no joke. It is a huge, huge advantage. And I have sorry, let me just get the right thing here. Okay, so this is just to illustrate, this is just an example, hypothetical, as to how beneficial tax deferment may be. So imagine $1 doubled every year. Here's 20 years. If no taxes are taken out and it doubles every year, after 20 years you got yourself over $1 million. Over $1 million. However, if you are taxed 33% on the gains on how much you make each year, well, it does not grow nearly as fast. There's an enormous difference. So you can see the benefit of a tax-deferred account. Now, many retirement accounts are tax-deferred as well. Another big pro is that there are no fees associated with fixed index annuity. And you say, wow, that's amazing. There's no managerial fees, there's no marketing fees, there's no sales charges in general with fixed index annuities. And again, fees are no joke. They can seriously eat away at your nest egg, your retirement account. So you can see here, this is again just hypothetical, just an example, just to illustrate the point of if you have $10,000 and you are lucky enough to make 6% a year for 10 years, after 10 years, if your account is managed by someone who says, well, we're going to take 2%, we have a 2% annual yearly management fee, you're going to end up with $14,633. However, the lower the fee, of course, the more you will make. And you can see that there is a significant difference. Fees can really, really eat away at your nest egg. So no fees are great. Another big pro is the fact that unlike most, if not all, 401ks and retirement accounts, you can contribute, you have an unlimited contribution. You can contribute, you can put in as much money as you want. That's a big plus for many people. Another example is that during times of inflation, let's see, you have some sort of, I guess I should say, inflation protection, potential inflation protection. So in times of inflation meaning in general, in this case, prices going up, things are getting more expensive. When that happens, you can fix your annuity to an index of something that usually does well in times of inflation, such as gold and energy. So for these reasons, the fixed index annuity is becoming quite popular. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, this is almost too good to believe. How is this possible? How can the insurance companies do this? No fees? I mean, you know, how is this happening? You don't go down and, you know, you just make money. Well, so this is the genius of this financial instrument, is that it looks great to you, and it can be, and it's also good for the insurance companies. They're able to make money off of this, and the way they do this is, one of the ways they do this is what is called a participation rate. A participation rate, which is typically 50% to 90%. Now, what does this mean? Well, basically what this means is, for example, let's say you have a fixed index annuity which you have attached to gold, to a gold index. So let's say 1 year gold goes up, let's say 10%. Just for the sake of simplicity, gold goes up 10%, and let's say you have a participation rate of, say, 90%. So what will happen is you will get 90% of that 10%, or you'll get 9%, the insurance company will get the other percent. If it goes down, however, let's say if gold goes down 10%, well, you get nothing, but you also don't lose. You don't go down. The insurance company will eat that. They will lose that money. Another thing to be aware of is what is called the cap rate. The cap rate, and this is usually about 10%. And this just means this is a cap on what you can make. This is the most that you can get. So annually, usually. Let's say if hypothetically your fixed index annuity has a cap rate of 10%, let's say that gold does really well 1 year. Let's say that it goes up 20%. And let's say you have a participation rate again of 90%, so that is 18%. Well, you do not get 18% because you have a cap rate of 10%. You will just get this 10%. Right here, the insurance company will get the extra 8%. So this is how they do not have to charge fees. Another way that the insurance companies make money off of this is something called surrender charges. Surrender charges. So if hypothetically you get a fixed index annuity and it's a 7-year agreement, let's say after 3 years something serious happens and you absolutely need that money. You have no choice, you got to get it out. Well, you're going to have to pay some surrender charges, maybe 10% or 20% or whatever. The insurance company will keep an extra chunk. So you'll get your money back minus the surrender charges, and you'll also have to pay taxes when you take it out. So you can see here that fixed index annuities are a good way to protect how much money you have. Your money will not go down in the account. However, you're not going to make a killing. You're not going to double your money overnight. It's a steady growth. Part of the reason that these fixed index annuities are becoming more popular is because they have been quite successful. You can see here there's a chart. You have 3 different lines. You have the blue chart, which follows just fixed index annuities, a green chart, which is a mixture of T-bills, short-term government bonds, and stocks, and the S&P 500 measuring stocks. And the most volatile, clearly, is the stock market. So when times are good, you can make the most. When times are bad, you can make the least. Then the T-bills, the government bills, and the mixture of government bills and stocks are, not quite as volatile, but still up and down. However, in this 8-year time span, sort of the fixed index annuities have provided the most consistent level of returns. So that is a very general overview of fixed index annuities, and I hope you understand it, and I hope that you can understand why they're becoming popular. And if you're interested in this particular type of investment, it's very important to make sure you do your homework, because every insurance company and every fixed index annuity is different, and you have different choices. And you can also, there are also optional things that you can add on to this. There are other things that you can add on, things that are optional. You can add on a guaranteed death benefit. Guaranteed death benefit, which just means that if unfortunately something bad happened to you and you died, and someone who you choose in advance would get some sort of financial benefit, some sort of payout. Another reason that these are popular is another optional thing you can add on, which is a lifetime income rider. A lifetime income rider, which basically is just a specific income that you cannot outlive. So a specific amount of money that you'll have for the rest of your life. Again, just like anything else, when you invest in it, I know I'm like a broken record, but it's important to do your homework, because all of this really is also backed by the financial ability of the insurance company providing this annuity. And as I said in the general video on annuities, as of yet, there has not been an insurance company which has failed to pay out on a fixed annuity. That doesn't mean that can't change, but just like any type of government bond or corporate bond, or even bank, you should make sure that you are somewhat aware of the financial situation of whoever is issuing whatever type of investment that you get involved in. And just to give myself a little bit more space here. Okay, so if you would like to know more about this, if you are interested and you want to learn more details about a fixed index annuity, the best source that I know of comes from the NAIC, which is the National Association of Insurance, I believe, Commissioners. So the NAIC's Buyer's Guide, the NAIC Buyer's Guide to Fixed Index Annuities. NAIC's Buyer's Guide to Fixed Index Annuities. Another good source is something titled Real World Index Annuity Returns. Real World Index Annuity Returns. This is a publication put out by the Wharton Financial Institution Center, affiliated with the University of Pennsylvania. So again, do your homework. If you want to learn more, these are two very good sources, and I hope you learned a little something about fixed index annuities.